What's up, y'all? It's your boy eBay Fight Predictions in the building. And you know what? I was watching some old videos, right, of mine. I don't know, sometimes I do that. And I promised, I was watching actually my top 5 threat videos. And I had said in that video that I was going to do a top 5 threat for every single division in the UFC. Now, I did it. I actually did it for the strawweights and the flyweights. So I guess now I got to do it for the bantamweights. So we're gonna be closing out the top 5 threats for the female bantamweight division. It is the only real division that Nunes does have a championship over. I don't consider that featherweight crap, that they got going up there, a real division. One of them just fucking retired, and Felicia Spencer. But yeah, sadly, I did say I was gonna do this, so I'm gonna try to be, a man of my word. I'm gonna try. I'm not always a man of my word. Sometimes I forget. I don't just do it on purpose, but I forget. Sometimes I make dumb promises. But I'm actually gonna get this video done. Uh, I honestly, if I'm being honest, I don't think any of these girls can beat Nunez. Like, if we're just being honest. But I mean, in terms of percentages, I feel like number one might have like a 50-50 chance. I don't know. I could be wrong. You guys can laugh at me. But it is what it is at the end of the day. Honestly, this is how we do these top 5 threat videos. We talk about the champion and their greatness. I mean, Nunez, it's hard to really hate on Nunez. You can say she hasn't fought the best competition recently, but I mean, it's just like she's beaten the best, and like she really has. Like, since Misha Tate, it's just been champion over champion over champion. I know a lot of people like to bring up Valentina Shevchenko as if she's her A1, but I just don't see it like that. I think Valentina is really, really good. Don't get it twisted. But first of all, the second fight was boring. I feel like a lot of people don't remember that. Every time I hear people say, "Oh, I want to see that trilogy," like, did you watch the second fight? Did you watch the rematch? I don't need to see that. I don't ever want to see that. They're really, really skilled fighters, but they don't match up well. It's one of those situations when you have really two skilled fighters going at it, and they don't want to hurt each other, or not hurt each other. They don't want to get hurt, so they don't do anything. That's what happened in that second fight. The first fight, I would say, was more. It was a little more entertaining, but it's because Nunez dominated, and yeah, Valentina's just a boring fighter. I think that's what it comes down to. She's a boring, point fighting, fucking, like, nobody. Like, if I'm being honest, like, she's really, really skilled, but like, Nunez took care of her, and she beat her at what she's good at. And I don't get it twisted. I have nothing against point fighting and going to decisions. Like, I'm not a hater. If you can't get knockouts, do what you got to do. I'm not gonna hate on your grind, but her, like, she does it. Like, the way she does it is despicable. I just want to say that. I know there are some Bullet fans out there, but I could care less. But yeah, she got her out of there, and then fucking defeated Raquel Pennington, then beat Cyborg, which was crazy. I made money off of that. Obviously, I didn't bet, but I was betting kind of friendly with one of my friends, and I made some money off of that. So really, I will always be super, super happy because of that. And she also beat a dude. That dude Cyborg was trying to ruin these females, trying to just a fucking woman beater, trying to beat up on some girls. And finally, big girl Nunez stood up to the bully and took him out of there. So I can't be too mad at that. Nah, hey, fucking women beating ain't cool. That ain't what's up. So how can you be mad at someone that stops that? But but to more serious things. Yeah, like, she goes and does that, then beats Jermaine. And who else did she fought? Felicia after that. But I mean, after the Jermaine one, and she fought Holly Holmes. I forgot about that. And she did her thing. She's accomplished so many great things. She's really a legitimate, go. I feel like there is no discussion. She is the greatest female fighter of all time. I really do believe that. But let's get to these top 5 threats, man. Let's get to it. At number 5, I gotta go with that girl, Carol Rosa. Her performance against Beth Corchea, and then her beating that one, I think, France girl. I forgot the girl's name, but she's looked really, really good lately. She looks like she can be a real threat. Her wrestling's really good. Her striking's pretty crisp. I think Nunes would murder her and eat her for breakfast, but she looks like a promising talent that can maybe do some damage in that division. So, yeah. At number 4, Caitlin Vieira. A lot of these girls haven't actually fought Nunes. Only probably one girl in the top 5 has actually fought Nunes that I can see being a potential threat. But, yeah. So, let's get to it. Caitlin Vieira came off a fantastic, beautiful victory over Misha Tate. Misha Tate looked like a dummy, and she did it for the boys in the back. Caitlin Vieira is a woman of the people. She took out those Misha Tate fans, and it's pretty dope to see that day. But, I mean, I was bored out my life, and there was a lot of holes I saw in Caitlin Vieira's game. Even though in victory, she didn't look great. She backed up a lot. She was scared to engage. You know, the Irene Aldana knockout changed her, but it changed her for the better. It made her smarter. She's more defensively sound, you could say, but it also doesn't let her unload her offense. So I think even if she fights Nunes, she'll probably get knocked out, but, you know, maybe she can prevent it, you know, from the first round. But still, she's going to get hit, and when she gets hit, she's going to scramble. And, I mean, she possesses a lot of good attributes, but, I mean, besides not fighting Nunes, there's no real intrigue in the matchup. But, you know, she's young. She has a decent grappling game, and, you know, she seems like you know, has some decent striking ability. I'll just say it like the decent striking ability, and maybe can do certain things on the feet. But Nunes would murder her. And at number 3, the girl that is fighting her this Saturday, Juliana Pena. I know I gave Pena no respect on my full card prediction thing, but that's before I saw the countdown. Y'all, I'm gonna admit, I ain't gonna lie, dude, I am more hyped for Dustin Poirier, you know, versus Charles Oliveira than that debacle of a title fight. But when I was watching the countdown, real talk, I don't know if they did this purposely, but they made the Pena Nunes one way more interesting than the Charles Dustin one. If you peeped it, okay, I'll feel like I'm not crazy. Now, if you didn't peep it, then all right, I'm crazy. But yeah, that's how I felt watching that. They added more dramatic music to the Nunes Pena one, and me watching the Pena one, I don't know. Maybe I'm the only guy that is noticing. This girl really believes she can beat Nunes, bro. Like, I actually admire that. You know, there's not a lot of people. Like, she's not talking shit just to talk shit. She's talking shit from her heart. I think she really believes it. Like, when she did the Errol Helwani interview, that was like some pro wrestling bullshit. But these last few ones seems like she's so motivated. I mean, the moments where her and her daughter were kind of cute on the countdown. You know, saying like, you know, she had a boo boo or whatever, and her daughter kissed her. Like, I actually like, I genuinely like that kind of stuff. But now I know Nunes is probably also super motivated to go whoop her. That's the thing, because, you know, Pena's been talking mess. But like, dude, I mean, this girl can wrestle. She's just a dummy. She hasn't been knocked out before. It looks like she's doing the right things to prepare for the power. And if she can just make it a brawl and make it a crazy fight, and a crazy fight, you expend a lot of energy. If she can just get Nunes tired, she has a chance. I really do believe that. I don't hate Pena like a lot of people do. I just don't. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I'm secretly rooting for her on the low, because I don't know. There's some weird, like, I want to see this continue. Like, I don't know why, but I feel like it's probably the most interesting thing in that division. And kudos to Pena for taking some pro wrestling classes. You know, like, kudos to her for trying to develop a character. But I mean, I respect the girl, man. She's like, dude. There's a scene in the countdown where she's on the treadmill watching Nunes fighting, and it's like it's so crazy, bro. It's so that's how every countdown should be. Like, I'm not gonna lie, they did a good job there. I'll give the countdown. I don't give the countdown people a lot of respect. I feel like they've been half-assing it sometimes, but that one, that was actually a good one they did. Uh, but yeah, at number two, I gotta go with Holly Holm. Now, yeah, Holly Holm got fucking head kicked in the first fight, but I feel like Holly Holm got caught, and I remember when the first fight got announced, I thought it was gonna be really really competitive, and obviously I went with Nunes, but I thought like Holm would go to decision. I think if they ever run it back, it's probably gonna go to a decision. I think Holm is gonna take a more of a wrestling approach in there, and more of a distance approach like she did against Irene Aldana. And I think she can make it to a decision. She's very, very skilled at making fights boring. Oh man, look at her Raquel Pennington fight, just artwork. I literally fell asleep watching that fight. My dad had to wake me up. Like, he was like, "Oh, you're gonna miss Cowboy fighting Connor, bro. Don't miss it." And I wish I missed it because I would have just seen my boy Cowboy get slept for no reason. But we all know what happened that day. I'm not gonna say it, but we all know there was a dive going on. But I'm just just joking. But yeah, I mean, I think she can replicate that, but I think at the end of the day she'll still lose. She'll get knocked down. She'll get beat up, and she'll lose a decision. But I mean, you know, I honestly feel like the first fight was a fluke. I'm not gonna lie. That head kick was damn near almost perfect. It just was like perfect timing and all that shit. And you might say, like, how can you call that a fluke if it's perfect timing? I just think the timing was really good, but I just honestly feel like Holly Holm was like, ain't no way she's gonna head kick me right now. Like, I fucking head kick Ronda Rousey. Like, that's not happening. She probably thought, like, that's a fake, that ain't real. If she had defended it properly, and if she kind of knew what was going on, she wouldn't be in that situation. But she got caught, so it is what it is. But and I was happy she got fucking knocked out that day. But yeah, it is what it is. And at number one, I know it's crazy, I gotta go with Irene Aldana. Irene Aldana is probably one of the better boxers in the division. She's really, really good hands. She has the best pocket work in the division. I wouldn't call her a good boxer. I actually call Holly Holm the best boxer in the division. I think, well, I wouldn't even call her the best boxer in the division because it's not boxing, but just in terms of hands, um, she does have really, really good hands. But overall, I would also say Holly Holm might be the most well-rounded fighter in the division. But just in terms of how Aldana throws her combinations in the pocket, the way she knocks girls out, the way she finishes girls to the body, it's a legit thing, man. She's good. And I mean, I was impressed in her Yana fight. I was happy for her. She kind of disappointed me against Holly, but the distance management, the wrestling, gave her problems, and she has to learn that part of the game. But I mean, if she gets better and continues to improve in those certain aspects, I mean, she could be a legit problem for Nunes. Now, do I see her beating her? No, but I think she could possess a lot of problems for her in the striking, especially with the hand. Nunes loves to use her power in her hands. She's not much of a kicker, but I feel like Nunes would use her kicking and wrestling against Aldana to win the matchup. But yeah, man, that concludes my top five threats to Nunes. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I had to go with Irene at number one, man. I just had to do it. I know Irene lost to Holly, but I mean, Irene's probably one of the better and more, funner female fighters to watch. I know that's probably like the only good thing that has come out of Dana making these female fights, man, is Irene. Like, she's really, really fun to watch, and I give her a lot of credit for being a really fun fighter. Nothing against the females, but I mean, Dana, he had it right. I ain't gonna lie, he had it right a few years ago, saying he ain't want these hoes in his company. So I'm gonna leave it at that. But yeah, I don't really think no one's beating Nunes. It's just we're just in this time of whole MMA where the low level hoes can't beat the high level hoes, and it's just a weird thing in the division. But it is what it is. Love y'all and goodbye. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Go follow me on my Twitter, my Instagram. All those links will be down below in the description box. If you're new, like, comment, share the video. Let's get this eBay Fight Prediction Nation growing. And if you thought it was super, super disrespectful what I just said about Ho MMA, hoes, and everything in general that I said, comment saying Kumbe predictions. Say whatever you want to say. I don't know. It's the first thing that came out my head. But yeah, love y'all. Goodbye. I'm out of here. I'm gonna probably go to sleep. But yeah, bye.